Today we're going to test out the Fuji H2s for photo and for video, so let's just jump right into it. Yeah, nice. Let's get a quick wide shot. And then I'll just do a quick video. That's all good. How do I put it on video? Maybe just do like slow movements, and you can like look away. You can look towards like Burley and stuff like that. You can play with your arms. You can play with your like hair and stuff. Yeah, you're killing it. Yeah, that looks fine there. I'm just gonna shoot from like above here. So yeah. Yeah, these are nice. We might do like a couple of just walking shots and then you just looking back towards the camera. Yeah, when you're ready, just have a look back. So the big question for Fuji cameras is the autofocus. Traditionally, autofocus for Fuji cameras has not been the best. And when I tested out the X-T4, that was definitely the case. It missed a ton of times for photo and for video. But when I was reviewing the photos in Narrative Select, I was actually so surprised. It nailed the eye pretty much every time. The only time it would miss for photo is when like some hair would come in the face a little bit. And for video, the autofocus was really good. I do feel there will be a couple of setting tweaks that I would be able to manage with the Fuji cameras, where on my Sony, I have my settings pretty much dialed, so you can kind of feel like it's more manual focus. Do you want to just sit about here? Just on that little brown bit? Sorry, I'm not shooting your legs, so. Yeah, that's nice. And then just look up towards me. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's really pretty. Bro, this screen's just pretty sick, eh?
Yeah.
Like, it's so good.
Nice and big and bright.
I rate it. Well, basically Maria's just stolen the models, so we'll just run through a couple of quick like spec sheets, I guess. So it's a stacked APS-C 26.1 megapixel sensor, and a stacked sensor will give you faster readout speeds for photo and video, and it actually improves the rolling shutter. For video, you actually get 6.2K at up to 30 frames per second. That's pretty wild. And it records at the 3:2 ratio, not the 16:9, so you get that whole sensor readout. You can record 4K up to 120 frames per second. You can record 240 frames per second at HD. You get 10-bit. 422 F-Log 2, so they've brought out a new F-Log system. And with the CF Express slot, you can actually internally record ProRes. So in terms of photo specs, you get 15 frames per second mechanical shutter and up to 40 frames per second electronic shutter. My experience with electronic shutter is not the best. With my Sony a7 IV, it kind of warps. Something that is kind of a disappointment for me is only having that one SD card slot. I know in the X-T4 you get 2 SD card slots, but on this you only get 1 SD card and 1 CF Express. So if you want to do redundancy for photo and client work, you're gonna have to actually go out and buy a CF Express card to do that redundancy. Quick pause, guys. If you guys are liking this video, make sure you hit that like button down below. It is right there. Do it now. Also, if you're not subscribed, maybe consider subscribing, or YouTube will just keep recommending my content to you. And if you like the way that I edit these photos and these videos, I actually sell presets and LUTs. They're on my online store. They're a really great deal. They're film inspired, but they're really clean and vibrant looks. So they work really well for Sony cameras, for Fuji cameras, and Canon cameras. And if you own a Nikon, I'm not sure if they work for them. So back to the video. So something that's super important for all cameras coming out in 2022, 2023 and beyond is 10-bit video and having a good log profile. And when I tested out the X-T4 a couple weeks ago, I was really disappointed with the F-log. I found it really muddy, I found it really hard to grade, the skins were completely pink. That's not the case with the H2S, it looks really, really nice. So the photos coming straight out of the camera with the H2S look really good. I really love the raw files. You get a ton of dynamic range. They look really nice and the colors are great. I do notice that Fuji do push their pinks a little bit too much, so I kind of have to adjust for that a little bit. But other than that, in the skin tones, they look really nice. So the build quality of this camera is, it's a Fuji camera. Like all Fuji cameras look and feel amazing, and that's what excites me about shooting on a Fuji. When I started out photography, I always wanted to buy a Fuji camera because they look cool. I feel like they got this really vintage vibe, and the H2S kind of has that, but it has this kind of vintage modern kind of like a feel. It is a solid metal build that is actually weather sealed to some degree. You do get that flip out screen, that's a 3-inch screen, I love that. All cameras should have a flip out screen and every manufacturer is agreeing with me right now. If you don't agree, debate me in the comments. So that wraps up today's video guys. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, it's right there. Subscribe for future content or watch one of these videos and we'll see you next time.
Breaking the law right now, trespasser.
Oh, I think they like it. They must like it. You know?
I'm gonna shoot the whole video from here, on this side of the fence.
Well, are you scared of a cafe, Mitch?
Yeah, I'm scared.
I'm pretty sure they like the advertising.
I'm on parole. Alright, here we go.
I'll play.
Get told off.
Oh, we got kicked out of here.
Start really